Breaking up with somebody that you love is one of the hardest things that you will ever have to do in life. And if you didn't want the breakup, if it was on their terms and you didn't see it coming, it's even more devastating. Like seriously, breakups can even be worse than somebody that you love dying, because at least with death, that's it. That's the end. There's closure. With a breakup, they're still around. You gotta see them posting pictures of themselves living their best life, or worse yet, with their new boyfriend. How do you deal with it? That's really the question. How do you deal with it? You think you know until you actually go through it and face it. For me, some ways that you should not handle it, I can tell you from experience. You shouldn't stay at home and isolate yourself and watch sad-ass movies and listen to sad songs all day. Drinking to the point of blacking out, that should help, right? It doesn't help. It made me feel 10 times worse. And sleeping with a bunch of women just to try to get back at somebody who didn't want me, that also didn't make anybody feel better except, nobody. It made me feel 10 times worse and like I was a horrible person. The reason why I started thinking about this, guys, is because of an email that I got from one of our friends that I'd like to read you now. Hey Alpha, me and my girlfriend of over 2 years recently broke up, and I'm in a pretty bad state of mind. I rewatched all of your videos about breaking up, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I texted my ex half of the things that you said weren't good to text during a breakup. We're living together, but now I moved back in with my parents. She moved in with her friends. Truth be told, I really want her back. She was my first girlfriend, and now I'm completely broken and I feel awful. Besides the things that you said on the videos, do you have any other advice that you think could help? The answer is yes, I do. All right, guys, so the first thing I need to get out of the way, there is no easy way to go about this, right? It's gonna suck, it's gonna be painful, but the worst thing that you can do is to feel sorry for yourself, right? That doesn't help anybody, and it honestly makes you feel worse. Never use alcohol to try to feel better. It actually does the opposite. It makes you feel worse. It also is gonna make you feel worse the next day because of the things you're going to do when you start drinking. You are going to think about your ex more. You are going to get sad. You are going to send text messages. You are going to call. You could potentially start stalking. The next thing you should never do is isolate yourself. One of the worst things that you can do during a breakup or time of sadness is to be by yourself. You gotta stay busy, which means you gotta get your ass out of the house. When you're dealing with a breakup, gentlemen, it is critical that you occupy your time and your mind. How are you gonna do that? By connecting and communicating with your friends. Hear me when I say your friends, not her friends. Never call or communicate with her friends. Her friends are her friends, right? They are going to be loyal to her. They are talking to her. They are there consoling her. But you should not be the dude. Don't be the guy that's like, yo, how is everything? Do you think gentlemen, come on, stop it. It's about surrounding yourself with people that you love, that are going to be there to listen, to uplift you, to help you through this difficult time. Now, something else I would like to toss out there is therapy, right? If you are somebody that needs to talk to somebody, but you're not really ready to talk to your parents or your friends, or you just want to deal with you, because that's the thing that I use therapy for. I realized that there were issues that I was having with me that was forcing me to do some self-destructive things. There's no getting around the fact that we carry our baggage into relationships. And if you are expecting to basically go into a new relationship and everything to be awesome, if you haven't dealt with the issues that were preventing you from being happy, or the issues that you need to deal with, gentlemen, you are never going to be in a happy, healthy, fulfilled relationship. Guys, if you're ready to finally get your shit together and get out of your own way and finally be happy and deal with your issues, I'm gonna link to today's video sponsor down below. They are BetterHelp, and they are amazing. So BetterHelp, I've talked about them before. I've used their service. They are incredible. They're not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional therapy done securely online. Guys, the way that it works is pretty amazing. There's a link down below this video, betterhelp.com/alpha-m. Go through that link and sign up. And when you sign up, you're gonna be asked a bunch of different questions. And the whole goal is to have BetterHelp match you with a therapist that's going to be best suited for you and your needs. And then you're gonna be able to start communicating with your licensed therapist within 48 hours, which is pretty amazing. And the other thing that I love, guys, is that BetterHelp is worldwide. They have a network of over 20,000 licensed therapists. You can log into your account anytime and send your therapist a message, and you're gonna get a timely, thoughtful response. You also can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, which means you don't have to actually go in, make an appointment, sit down face to face, like in the same room with a therapist, which means it's gonna be a lot more comfortable. The other thing that I love about BetterHelp is that it is crazy affordable. BetterHelp is less expensive than traditional therapy, but the other cool thing, they've got financial aid available. So literally, if you are somebody that feels that therapy would benefit you and you are serious about doing the work, guys, there is no excuse. Guys, do not wait. You deserve to be happy. Whether or not you're going through a breakup or you just want to deal with your shit that you've been carrying around for years, now is the time. That link, it's special, betterhelp.com/alpha-M. That's betterhelp.com/alpha-M. Go through that link, guys, sign up and get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp. The next thing you need to do that is probably one of the hardest things to do when you actually go through a breakup is give them space, right? As in, do not call them, do not text them, do not drive by their house, do not stalk them on social media, give them space. Which is exactly the opposite of what you want to do, which is go and like lay under her back tire and hold on to her leg with your kung fu action grip, which is the worst thing you can do. Gentlemen, you gotta give her space. You need to focus on you. This is a time to be incredibly, and when I say incredibly, I mean totally selfish. You, this is about you. This is about doing things for you. You don't need to worry about anybody other than yourself. And when you're going through a breakup, gentlemen, this is the time to reinvent yourself. But this doesn't mean that you should go and change everything and shave your head. Not at all. But it does mean that you need to start making you a priority. And what I mean by you being a priority is start taking better care of yourself, all right? This is the time for you to start working out. If you've been neglecting it, go to the gym. Not only is it going to give you somewhere to go every day, it's going to put you around people. The other upside to working out is that it's going to make you feel better about yourself. Your self-esteem is going to go through the fucking roof. The next mistake I don't want you making is putting on your rose-colored relationship glasses. And what I mean by this is when you go through a breakup, right? You're sad, you're bummed out, things are horrible, right? And you think to yourself, you're like, you know, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe if we just did this, you think and you romanticize your relationship, and you know that if you just get back together, you won't feel the way that you're currently feeling. Hear me when I say this. You need to feel the way that you're feeling. You need to be sad. You need time to feel like shit and to be like not okay. That's part of the process of you healing and getting over it. But the worst thing you can do, and the thing that's going to perpetuate the feeling of shittiness, you get back together with this person thinking that things are going to be different. It's going to change. And for a second, you feel better, right? And you're on your best behavior, so is she. Everything's like, oh my God, I miss you, I love you, let's never break up, let's get married, right? A week later, you settle back in, and the same reasons why you broke up the first time are the same reasons you're gonna break up again. And what happened? What happened? You just extended the amount of time that it's gonna suck for you, right? Whereas if you just would've like hung in there and done the work and started the process of healing, you would have been so much further ahead. But instead, we think, oh, it'll be better. It won't be better. Gentlemen, you broke up for a damn reason. Honestly, the most important thing that you need to do during a time of a breakup is not contact the person. The truth is, the only thing that is going to help and ease the pain is time. It takes time to get over a relationship or a breakup. But the more contact you have, the more you look, the more you stalk, the more you think about, the longer it's going to take. Gentlemen, you've got to embrace the suck. If you can stay strong, if you can prevent yourself from doing the self-destructive things that a lot of guys do, you are going to be amazed at how much faster you actually will heal and get over it. But until you heal, until you deal with the baggage, the issues that you had to deal with, you're not going to be good for anybody else. The truth is, guys, if you expect to be in a healthy, happy relationship, you cannot jump from one relationship to the other. You hear the term like rebound, right? A rebound relationship is somebody that basically you start dating way too fast, way too soon, thinking that this is going to be the solution, this is going to help ease the pain. Temporarily, it works. I can tell you that from experience. But long term, it actually makes it a lot worse, because a lot of times what happens, you get in a new relationship, it's okay, but you're thinking about the other person. Eventually, the current relationship that you're in fails and you're still thinking about the other person. You should not get into another relationship before you have fully healed and overcome the baggage and the pain of your previous relationship. I am a firm believer that people come in and out of our life at different points in our life for different reasons. My relationships, all of the ones that I've had prior to my wife that didn't work out, I feel like I learned something from them. Now, the truth is that my wife and I, we actually broke up. You know, we dated for a few months and it got a little bit weird and intense, and she actually broke up with me. And I remember, you know, it was the hardest thing that I ever had to deal with emotionally, because I'm like, wait a second, I thought it was good. I thought you loved me. I love you. Like, what is going on? She dumped my ass, right? And I was broken. I went out. I got wasted, drunk. I was like, what? I was a fucking disaster, right? And then the moment I was like, all right, I can't fix this, I'm done. I remember it like I was yesterday. I went to the gym, I come back, my phone was in my car, and I had 37 missed calls. She freaked out and was like, oh my God, what did I do? And we ended up getting back together and got married. And I never asked her why she broke up with me or what was going on, but I do know this, that when I was feeling her like pushing away a little bit, I started to cling. I started to be like, what's going on? I started to get like super desperate, and I know that that is definitely not an effective strategy to keep a relationship together. Anyway, guys, I just want to do this video because I know that some of you probably need it. I know some of you are going to need it. And I know that some of you don't think you're going to need it, but you're going to need it. And the truth is, you are incredible. I'm sorry that it's painful. I'm sorry you're going to have to go through it. It sucks for everybody, but I promise you something. If you stay strong, you don't go down the self-destructive rabbit hole, you're going to be amazing. And eventually, you're going to meet that person that deserves you, because you are incredible.